Hey, what's up? It's me, Jessica J, and I was just wondering if you've ever sat and thought to yourself, Jessica, what's a dirty secret single girls don't want to tell us? Well, if so, I'm glad you asked. Today I'm going to tell you that dirty secret that I'm not proud to tell you. And, I always wondered if men heard us girls talking about this, how fucking put off would y'all be? And to make sure you never miss out on another opportunity to hear these things that we will never tell you, or another one of my videos, don't forget to hit the subscribe button with that notification bell. Okay, so this past week I've been graduating out a bunch of guys from my Spotlight Speed Dating program where they get 4 weeks to interact with one of my girlfriends while I watch them in the moment and tell them what the fuck they're doing wrong. And I realized for a lot of guys there is a recurring theme, which makes me really sad to have to do this video because it really does make me feel like shit when I have to just be the bearer of bad news. A lot of clients struggle with this, and I know it comes from a really vulnerable place. However, if you don't hear it, none of these bitches are ever gonna tell you, but you need to hear it. And the truth is, being a good guy just isn't good enough for us. I'll tell you right now, we will take a guy we wanna fuck the shit out of over a guy who seems like he's marriage material, and we don't wanna fuck the shit out of him. You having a good job, you being nice enough, you being friendly and respectful doesn't mean shit if we don't have strong enough feelings for you. I have a girlfriend, she was formerly a Russian supermodel, and now she is a doctor, and when she came to this country, she was like, you know what, I'm tired of dating all these men who make me feel like crap, who treat me like shit. I'm going to settle with a nice man. So sure enough, she meets another doctor. Again, they're in the same field, they're the same kind of doctor. He's very nice, he's much older, he's not very attractive, but he takes care of her. And she said to herself, well, you know what? At least he's good to me. Who cares if we don't have sex and he's not interested in sex and he doesn't make me passionate in the puss? Fast forward 5 years later, she's had enough. Because sexual desires are as prevalent and necessary and normal as being hungry, or having to go to the bathroom, or having to sleep. And denying those supernatural, normal human qualities is perverse, if you ask me. In this day and age, I said it once, I'll say it again. Our mothers, our grandmothers were taught that, like, just be nice and you'll find a good man with a good job and he'll give you a good home and then you can give him good babies. That was the most we were good for. Now the internet told us we don't have to just fucking do that. Women are, starting to get paid just as much. Women are able to hold their own. Women are making more than men. So no, we don't need to just settle for a life of latching on to a successful, good guy. And just like we don't want to have to settle, you shouldn't have to settle for a woman that you don't want to fuck the shit out of either. So many salty ass dudes in the comments are like, girls should just settle for the good guys. You're not getting any younger. But like, would you ever look at yourself and be like, I should just settle for a girl that I don't want to have sex with and I'm not attracted to and don't have feelings for? I would never tell any guy to do that. Any guy who comes to me looking for advice saying, well, I'm not that attracted to her, I'm like, fuck that, get rid of her. Let's find somebody you want to in Pound Town. So just like I would tell you guys to never ever settle for a woman that you're not super duper attracted to and want to pound the shit out of in Pound Town, we women, we're just not going to do the same either. I'm noticing a lot of men nowadays are angry that women want sex and want attractive men. Like it's something wrong with us. Before it was like, women need to put in more effort and be more sexual. And now that women are sexual and want sex, y'all are pussyfooting around the puss and saying like, it shouldn't be about sex, huh? On the flip side, if you are a guy who is just about sex, we also will not want you. Again, you probably wouldn't settle for a woman who only wanted to fuck. If she didn't want to meet your friends, if she didn't want you in her life, she never wanted to talk to you, never wanted to go out on a date, just used you and kicked you out, you would probably feel like shit. For the first couple days, you'd probably be like, yeah, this is cool, I'm getting puss. And after a while, you might feel pretty shitty. I've used up plenty of dudes who have felt very shitty about me doing so. So no, it's not just about being sexual. It's about creating that connection and using that connection to create chemistry to make us feel this deep longing desire for you, not only in our genitals, but also in our hearts. Just like I would hope the same for you when it comes to you getting a woman who deserves you. Our bodies are still wired to propagate the species. It takes millions of years for a species to evolve. And I'm sorry, the human DNA does not know that we are suffering from overpopulation and are actually killing the earth. Our bodies still think that, oh no, we have to survive in this earth, versus the earth needing to survive us these days. So no, it's not enough for you to just be a good guy and be a good partner and have a good life that you've built for yourself. We need the one thing that separates you from any other person on this planet in our lives. We don't need another fucking girlfriend. So for those of you guys that are getting friend zoned, it's because you're not moving things forward. And if you're too scared to move things forward, you better get fucking unscared. Because not taking care of this is gonna make you resentful. It's gonna make you salty. You're probably one of the guys in my fucking comments already blaming women for you not getting women. But I promise you it doesn't have to be like this. I can't tell you how many times I hammer home to my clients, listen, in speech spark arousal, I go over the ways to get flirty and sexual without being a pervert. Too many of you have these anxieties around sex that deal with you being a bad guy. But I'm telling you right now, being sexual and being a good guy are not a separate thing. My girlfriend, the Russian model, she went through this awful divorce because he was like, I'm sorry, I just don't like sex. And she's like, listen, I'm a hot ass bitch. I think I deserve to get fucked. And then sure enough, she meets another man who she's wildly attracted to, who is also a doctor and wants to fuck the shit out of her all the time. And she says to me, Jessica, I went from having sex maybe once a year for the last 8 years of my marriage to me dripping wet down my legs every time I look at this man. And now her and this really great guy who wants to fuck the shit out of her are getting married. And there's nothing wrong with that new guy. He's just a really great guy who also knows how to move things forward and is okay with thinking with his dick. I'm telling you, it's there for a reason, so you better use it. And we want you to use it. For all you guys who are like, you can't ask a fish how to catch a fish. Well, I'm telling you right now, unlike fish, we women can talk and we want to get caught. So if you're a guy who's tiptoeing around the twat, you're never gonna get it. Because we women want to be wanted. We want to be caught by you. And just being a good guy just isn't good enough. I'm sorry. So if you know you could use that little extra push because you're tired of fucking blaming women and being resentful and feeling significant nowhere other than in my comments to write negative shit, I'm telling you right now, I can change things for you and I want to. If you haven't gotten Speak to Spark Arousal, it's a 3-step way on moving things forward naturally for you in a way that feels good for you. And if you know you could benefit from extra attention in regards to me being able to check you out to watch you try to move things forward and then successfully do so, please apply to my Spotlight Speed Dating program where I will do that for you with one of my girlfriends. So you can go apply for that now. We're just opening the doors again at speaktosparkarousal.com/PPD. And if you know you want to just try this out yourself first, then check out Speak to Spark Arousal at speaktosparkarousal.com. Because I'm telling you, you don't have to be passed over for jerks who like to fuck. You could be a good guy who likes to fuck. Don't sell yourself short. I promise you, you have a dick for a reason. We want your dick. Now all you gotta do is feel comfortable in giving it to us because we would love that. Thanks for watching as always. I hope you apply again at speaktosparkarousal.com/PPD. Thanks for watching as always, which I think I said already, and I'll see you guys next time.